Hey y'all, Pancake here. Today we are at Space 220 for the opening day. We're gonna show you all the details, the space elevator, the restaurant, the food, and maybe even the bathroom. So come join me and let's check it out. I'm really excited. This is going to be really neat, and I think the views are gonna be beautiful inside the restaurant. So again, right now it's lunchtime, so we're gonna be doing the 2-course lunch, but you can, I believe, add a dessert. So we'll find out more when we get inside, but it's $55 for lunch. And again, it's 2 courses. So you get your appetizers and you get your entree. And then there's a 3-course dinner. It's $79 per person. Then you get an appetizer, an entree, and then also the dessert is included with that. I'm debating on what to get. I think that I'm going to do the calamari and then the burger. We are so close. This has been a long wait, like I said. We're at about 4 hours now. Didn't think I'd be waiting this long today, but again, I'm dedicated. I'm here for y'all. Wanted to film this place, and I just wanted to eat here. I think it's gonna be a really neat experience, so I'm excited to finally get in. I think we're probably about 10 minutes away from taking our elevator up 220 miles to the Space 220 restaurant. All right, here we go. Kim, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Just one.
Thank
you.
You're in our lobby here. Look, elevator ready to take you to Centauri 220.
Sounds good.
Adam, party one.
Yep.
How are you today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. This is going to be your boarding pass.
All right, so we got our boarding pass up to Space 220. We're just waiting now for our elevator to take us up, and we will be dining with an incredible view in just a few moments.
Safe travels, everybody.
Thank you. We're going to Centauri 220. Hello. How are you? Wow. Look at this.
Are we all ready? We do go 10,000 miles per hour up.
10,000 miles per hour.
And 13,000 down.
All right.
You are clear for departure.
Wow. You can feel it vibrating. Wow. Here we go, guys.
You're riding aboard the Mark V Stellarator, the latest in space elevator design and technology. Today, you'll have a spectacular enjoy the ride. I'll be back in a bit with arrival information.
The ground is shaking as we're going up.
Speechless. Been a long way, but we're here.
We're hauling.
SB1, we are on our final approach.
Here we go.
Roger that. If you look above, you'll see Centauri Space Station coming into view. Once we dock, gather your belongings and exit through the open air lock. A Space 220 agent will be waiting for you.
Alright, we arrived, guys. It's Florida. You see the family.
Enjoy, folks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. No problem. Good luck.
Wow.
Look at that.
This is just such a cool thing. Something straight out of like Interstellar, just a space movie, is this rotating growing center for vegetables. Like, so you can see some heads of lettuce, some like romaine, some cauliflower. Super cool detail. And this is right as you're walking in to the restaurant. This is like a little pre-thing that you get to see of how some of your food that you're eating possibly coming up is made here in space. I love this detail. This is super cool. It looks like it goes on forever.
I'll take that out of your hand.
Thank you.
Follow me right this way.
Sounds good. Oh, it smells amazing.
How is this elevator?
Awesome. That's so cool.
It gets better.
Oh man. Wow. Look at that view. Wow. This is so cool.
20 miles above Epcot.
Awesome.
Some things to look out for. So you'll see astronauts.
Okay.
You'll see satellites.
Okay.
You'll see space shuttles. There's a dog.
Oh, there
Look
is.
out for the dog. There is a lightsaber fight. So
Ooh.
lots of things to look
A lot of
out
Easter
for.
eggs. All right.
We're gonna head down there.
Sounds good. Wow. This is beautiful. This is so cool. Oh, we're gonna be close to the window there.
How's
Thank
it?
you. That's perfect. Wow, guys. This is awesome. That was such a cool like elevator ride up. Again, like obviously you can see the visual of it, but like we were literally like the thing was shaking as we were going up. That was really neat. I am very excited for this, and this is already so cool looking. I'm really looking forward to this dining experience. This view, I got like a really great seat over here. Like I can look right out. It is a very interesting effect on the screen. It's like, it is 3D, so like there's like depth to it. It's hard to explain, but hopefully it will capture on camera. But look, there's a spaceship out there, or like a satellite, something floating. Oh, I can even see an astronaut over there. It might be hard to see, but he's kind of going out of frame. When you go to a restaurant like this, it's all about the details, and you know, they definitely have covered everything. I mean, the carpet looks really neat. Even the silverware is unique. I love that. And just the interior decorating here, it's just a really beautiful designed and well-designed space. There goes the one astronaut. You can see him flying. All right, so something to note, they do have a bar in here. Now, as of right now, I don't believe that you can just walk up and say, hey, I just want to go to the bar. I think if you're sitting here and like, hey, like one of the people in the party wants to go to the bar, you could maybe do that. I imagine that later down the road, that's going to be an option, but I think just because of how chaotic things are today, I think they're just trying to seat people, and then the bar can be utilized if you just want to go up and grab a drink separate from being at your table. A neat thing that they did with the bar is, since your view is not directly looking out the windows into space, they put this mirror up on the back that allows you to still see that view while you're sitting at the bar. So you don't really have to turn around. You can just look at the mirror and have that view still in your peripheral the whole time that you're having a drink. For right now, they are only doing QR code menus, and I probably imagine that that might be a thing that's going to happen into the future. I think I am going to do I think I'm going to do the calamari for my appetizer. Like, I asked a lot of the cast members outside that work at the restaurant, and a lot of them had recommended the cauliflower. I'm not much of a cauliflower fan. I mean, I do trust them, but I am also just leaning towards that starry calamari just because I do like calamari, and it sounds really good. I like the water. It's very futuristic water dispenser.
Slow.
Yeah, you're fine. It's probably gonna be hard for y'all to hear, but the music here is like really atmospheric and like calming. So it's not like super upbeat or anything. It's just very relaxing, and again, it just adds to that ambiance here at Space 220 a lot. All right, so I ended up doing, like I said, the calamari for my appetizer, but I am going to switch it up. I was thinking of actually doing the burger, and then I had a lady that was sitting across from me say that she really recommended the chicken. She said it was out of this world. So how they describe the chicken is chicken roulade, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, roasted garlic thyme, juice. Excited to try that out. Again, I'm trusting her recommendation, but the waitress said that the salmon is really good as well. And in addition to, I think she also said that the flat iron steak she recommended. All right, y'all, my calamari just got here, and it looks and smells incredible. Look at it right here. I'm gonna dig in. I'm gonna let you know what I think. Here we go. First bite. This one's for you, Kate. It's my sister. She loves watching people eat, as weird as it sounds, you know? So there's two sauces here. I'll have to tell you, let me look real quick and tell you what sauces those are. Spicy marinara is on that one side, and then we have the citrus aioli on the other side. So I'm gonna try both. Right now I have the citrus aioli dipped. Get a little bit more on it. I'm actually put some lemon on it as well. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was really good. Now, but shout out to Waylene, friend of mine, owns a restaurant. They serve some calamari at that place. Shout out to Greenhouse. That calamari is top tier, all right? This is incredible. I'm glad I got this calamari. The breading on it is so flavorful. The calamari is like pretty tender. And then the sauce, that's the roasted pepper citrus aioli. That y'all, that's the sauce. I haven't tried the marinara yet, but that is the sauce. I would highly recommend getting this one. It is a win for sure. Going to try the spicy marinara now. That is really good as well. It's not too spicy though, so don't be worried about like if you're not good with spice. I mean, I can handle spice, but my mom doesn't like spice, and I think she could handle that. It's not that bad. I can see some like red peppers in there. They're like crushed red peppers, but I'm not getting that much spice or kick out of it. But it's very good, very flavorful. I think I would lean towards the aioli though, because I do like aiolis and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just a sauce guy, so I'm a sucker for some sauce. So I'm glad that this is paired with these sauces. Incredible. A+ to the calamari. We're starting it off strong. Hopefully the entree can take it up a notch from here. All right, so I just had one of the Italian cherry peppers, I believe, that was in the calamari dish, and it did have a kick to it. So just to note that some of the peppers that's in the calamari, mixed in with the calamari, is pretty spicy. Just a heads up. So that is incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got that. Something to note too is the portion size is actually like pretty substantial. So starting at 4 o'clock is when lunch ends and dinner begins. You know, I got sat down probably at like 3:45, and it took a little bit of time for me to get the waitress and stuff. So I told her, she was like saying, oh, it's dinner time, but she was like nice enough to let me do the lunch, because I said I've been sitting here for like quite a bit of time, that like I was sitting probably at lunchtime. So they are giving me the lunch, so that's $55. And again, for $55, like, it's still a lot of money, obviously, and you want a good sized portion. So I'm very happy with this portion size. Like, this is definitely more than I can eat for an appetizer, so I'm gonna take some of this home so I can save some room for my dessert and my entree. Notice how I said dessert first, because, you know, dessert's king, obviously. And I got to use my space fork and knife, so makes the meal even that much more fun. So I have yet to see the space dog, but I am keeping my eyes peeled, alright? Alright, my chicken dish has arrived, and it looks and smells delicious. I am so excited to dig in, and I've had a newfound like love for Brussels sprouts. I went to this restaurant in, not in Austin, Texas, it was in Waco, Texas, and I had Brussels sprouts for probably the first time ever, and they were incredible. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I like Brussels sprouts. It was like the dressing that they had put on them, so I'm excited to try these ones and see how they compare to that place. But on the chicken, it comes with a gravy at the bottom, some mashed potatoes, the Brussels sprouts themselves, and then some chicken sliced up into like round pieces. So it's a little bit different than a normal chicken, you know, it's not like a chicken breast, it's like these round cuts of chicken. So very interesting, and there's like a crust on the chicken around it. I'm gonna dig in here and I'm gonna let you know what I think. First cutting into the chicken, it is like super tender, so that is like awesome to see. I mean, this is not a sharp knife, and it is like cutting through it like butter. All right, so I got some gravy, some mashed potatoes on it with the crust. Here we go.
Wow.
Y'all, we're hitting it. We're hitting it 10 out of 10 so far. The dessert will be the last one to decide it, but I mean, it is so juicy and so tender. It can either go like one or two ways. It can be like really juicy and tender, or it can be super dry, but this is super tender and juicy. Also, that gravy with the mashed potatoes, it is so good. The gravy is incredible. Wow. It is so flavorful though. I mean, and the mashed potatoes are like kind of creamy. I am pretty blown away so far. All right, time for a Brussels sprout. That's the final thing that I haven't tried, but everything so far, it doesn't even matter. Even if the Brussels sprout isn't good, everything else is incredible so far. So the Brussels sprout wasn't probably better than that one I said I had in Waco, Texas, but it is still really good. The one Brussels sprout I had was like a little hard, wasn't super like tender. Still great flavor, but it doesn't even matter really. The main part is the mashed potatoes, the gravy, and the chicken, and those are out of this world. No pun intended. The food is all out of this world. So chicken is really good. I highly recommend it. So, you know, I said that the appetizer was a great size portion, and I also have to agree that the entree itself was a great portion as well. Like, honestly, I feel like I could only eat 2 of these like round chicken pieces. In addition to like the mashed potatoes and the Brussels sprouts, it really does fill you up. Portion size, I don't feel like I got skimped out. That's a good thing. You never want to pay a lot of money at a restaurant and then get like tiny portions. So I'm happy to see that they did do that for this restaurant. Alright, so I had to get dessert, and for dessert, I got the chocolate cheesecake. So the chocolate cheesecake comes with whipped chocolate ganache, chocolate sauce, white chocolate crunchy pearls, and then dark chocolate shards on top. This looks and smells good, just like everything else. So, and again, pretty decent portion, I would say. You know, it's smaller. I mean, desserts are usually smaller, but This looks incredible. The presentation is beautiful. I'm gonna dig in and see what this is like. All right, here we go. First bite. For me, the cheesecake is almost like a mousse. Like, to me, it almost tastes more just like a mousse cake than a cheesecake, if that makes sense. It's very light, but again, very delicious. I would recommend it. You know, there was a couple other options. They had a carrot cake. They had a sticky toffee pudding cake, which I think that was my second option that I would have done if I didn't get this. And of course, the chocolate cheesecake. They had a gelato and sorbet and a lemon mousse. And pretty much everything is about the same price if you're adding it onto your lunch. And just so you know, I paid about $14 for this. So again, a little bit pricey, but you are coming in under what you would normally pay for dinner if you're getting an add-on dessert for lunch. So that's just something to know. All right, so there's no way you're gonna see it, but the chocolate shards on top actually have like a shimmer to them. So it feels like you're, you know, super fancy with your shimmery shards up top. Another detail that would maybe be overlooked, again, is just like these plates. They even look kind of like the moon a little bit if you look at it. And again, just another small detail that adds up to the whole experience here at Space 220. A neat little detail that I did not recognize when I was walking in here is the rotunda right before you enter into the restaurant has all these little holes, and in these holes are wine bottles that they're storing. It's a very neat detail. Again, like they're housing these wine bottles in a specific storage on the spaceship. All right, well, we're finished with our meal. The theming and immersiveness of Space 220 is something not to be undersold. I mean, it is so beautiful and so immersive to be sitting with this 180 panorama of space and Earth floating in front of you. And you see there's spaceships every once in a while and astronauts. And even the details go to the bathroom. I mean, it is incredible. In the bathroom, you'll hear this like hum of a spaceship, and every once in a while, someone gets on the intercom and is like, you know, just make sure you know that like we have faux gravity here on the spaceship, so you don't have to change anything of what you're doing. Just go to the bathroom as you normally would. So that was really neat. And then there's that one sign in the bathroom as you're heading out, and then the diaper change is even themed. So again, just the theming goes across the board. And when your theming goes to the bathroom, you have me won over. So I have to say that that was a super, super cool part of Space 220. But of course, we have to make our trip back to Earth. So we're gonna hop back on the elevator. We're gonna go down 220 miles. I forget how fast he said, but super fast. So again, you do not just go out a door straight back into Epcot. You have to wait for your elevator back down to Earth, which is, again, just super, super sweet. And it even has a screen here of like a status that the lifts are in transit. In addition to that status indicator on the screen, they have another one that, you know, when it says like first floor, second floor, third floor, they have Earth, and then they have the Alpha Centauri spaceship here where the restaurant is located.
You guys can follow me right in this way.
Sounds good. All right, we're boarding the elevator back.
Checklist is complete. You are confirmed to go for departure. Stand by for descent to Epcot. Initiating descent in 3, 2, 1.
Now we will be descending at 13,000 miles per hour. So that's
A smooth and quick one today. So enjoy the ride. Epcot is now coming into view. Load down, gather your belongings, exit through the open airlock, and watch your inner travelers. SV2 cleared for arrival. Air pressure normalized. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Space 220 and look forward to seeing you again soon.
All right, y'all, well, there you have it. There was Space 220. Waited a long time for that. You know, that was about, I want to say like 4.5, almost 5 hours that we waited in line. Unfortunately, I wish that they would have handled that situation a little bit differently, but at least it was a big payoff. I felt like that was a incredible immersive experience to be dining there. I mean, again, like the views just from inside the restaurant, that 180 panorama of space, and then just the food too. The food was incredible, honestly. Like, I think it's a great deal. I think that for what you get, the immersive experience and the quality of food, I would say I would come back here for $55. Definitely need to come check this out. Space 220 is a must-do if you can get in. Just to note, this first week they are only doing walk-ups, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to get in. But kind of going forward in the future, they are going to be doing reservations. I believe they opened reservations up starting today for the future. And from the looks of it on Twitter, it looks like everything got booked up already. So just keep an eye out for reservations. If you can nab one, definitely try to go. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and comment below what was your favorite part that you saw of the restaurant today. Was it, obviously you haven't tried the food, but what detail did you guys like the most? And I will catch you guys in the next one. Remember to stay golden.